It's time to pick up our adventure as we've been road tripping through the Greek islands, and in part 1, we uncovered treasures in Rhodes, Halki, Simi, and Kos. Now, here we are, blurry-eyed, arriving before sunrise on Syros Island, fresh off an overnight ferry to the world-famous Cyclades Islands. So let's grab some frappes and buckle up as we adventure through 4 more islands on our way back to our home in Crete.
All right, so we've got our mooring phone call from the ship. They knocked on the door to make sure that we're up. It is before 4 a.m. and we are ready to roll off this ship. All right, time to get off the ship. And we have to find our key. Here, go.
Passengers traveling without a vehicle.
I'm gonna have to crawl in on your side. Okay, I'm in.
It's weird because they stop everywhere and they're used to these, like, I'd say high stress situations. In, out. It's not like you're running.
Not all the time.
It feels like you need to run. We have arrived in Syros at 4:15.
And our check-in is when?
Well, the guys gonna let us drop our bags off at 10 a.m.
People are definitely still out clubbing.
I'm glad that we are driving this now because I don't think we're going to be able to drive it to our Airbnb very easily through the day. After we dozed off for a couple more hours in the car, we were ready to take advantage of the very little time we had in the capital city of the Cyclades, Hermopolis. The architecture and vibe here are completely different from the rest of the famous island chain. We found a coffee shop that instantly won our hearts, and the local swimming spot under the cityscape, then hiked up to Syros for an incredible sunset. We're headed to a fast ferry. It's a little scary because on windy days, these are the ferries that can get a little bit rough. It's not too windy today, so hopefully it'll be good. We're leaving Syros and headed to Ios. Love this island. I can't wait to come back here. Katina, where do we go for fast ferries?
Syros.
Okay, he said Violetacchia, 2 little minutes. One cool thing that I use is ferriesingreece.com, and it shows you where your ferry is, shows you where it's going. So I know it's coming pretty soon. So you typically run on schedule, but there could be weather and would delay. It's coming in right here, and it's much smaller, and it's going to be faster. We have 2 ferries pulling into port at the same time, so it's a little bit of chaos right now. I'm surprised at how many people are getting up in Syros. Gracias. To Ios. Okay. Oh my gosh, there's a little lift there. Let's go right. I'm learning my directions very well.
I figured out Brosta and Piso because of Greek dance. Let's go.
Bridge is already almost up. We're just leaving the car.
Wow.
This is actually a lot nicer than I expected.
Man, this is really nice.
They do assign your seats, but they let us move because nobody's going to be in these seats while we're on board. VIP seems pretty cool. I can't remember the price difference in what I paid. I just did it because we have 3 hours and I want to get some work done because I don't have time for that. What things are you going to do, Katina?
I don't know. I mean, I did get a brand new watercolor set, so I think that adventure could be fun. I have my new book.
I'm going to go get a coffee.
I think that's a great idea.
Kalimera, and farò espresso metrio.
This ferry ride has been fantastic. I mean, it's been a bit rocky, which isn't like, it's not bad rocky. We've been having table service. It's been really pleasant doing this VIP for the longer ferry, so we had space to worked out real well. Get to our car. Look, we're not even worked in.
The cars around us moved. We got a little lucky. It looks like we could just go straight ahead and turn around.
Seems right.
So he's leading us out. Here we go. We got people. These people were not ready. Oh, man.
Ios.
And we made it to Ios. We made it to another island. Yay. It's like these ferries work. It's easier and easier. Just pay attention. You'll be fine.
And there's a lot of people here, waiting for the ferry.
Oh my gosh, look at all these people. After docking in Ios, we must admit, we were afraid that we were too old. Oh my god. I think we might be the oldest people on this island. Most people here are in their 20s. But lo and behold, after an adventure with Paradise on Earth, we're seeing if we're young enough to hang in Ios.
Speak for yourself, I'm young.
Revving around on quads and cruising by boat, we found our youthful energy. Maybe we didn't stay up till 5 a.m. partying. That just ensured we'd have the island to ourselves during the day. Ios may exude that young, wild, and free tourist vibe, but let's be real, it's also a budget-friendly ticket to dance until dawn in the Cyclades. And guess what? If you peek beneath the surface, you'll still catch glimpses of authentic Greek culture just waiting to be uncovered. Freaking van. See, this is something that happens in Greece that is frustrating. People block you in, and then they just leave. I can't really see, and we have to catch a ferry. Spotto me in a ferry. It's fun stuff. They understood that we're trying to catch a ferry. I don't know exactly where we're supposed to be going. You know, that's one reason why you always want to arrive early. And once they come in, they're in and out and gone. The guy's like, go find something to do until 2 o'clock. It was actually supposed to be 1:15, and I got a text saying that it changed to 1:55.
A lot of the port towns will have restaurants, bars, cafes, and most of these places are pretty quick with service, especially if you let them know that you're waiting for a ferry.
To Folegandros. Speedjet, not this one. It says it leaves in 10 minutes. Nah, it took... Nah.
Patience.
This spot is weird compared to any of the others I've been to because they all tell you to get there early. They have a place for you. They don't have a place for you to wait here with a car. It's like, just wait in this parking lot. It's not uncommon for a ferry to be a little late, especially on a windy day, and today is a little bit windy. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out, there's our ferry. So it's coming in. I was kind of nervous for a second because it's 1:55. That is the time a ferry is supposed to leave. But I can see the port, and looking at ferries in Greece, I can see that our ferry is not quite here. This, for me, is peace of mind. We should be leaving very soon. I'm gonna take this opportunity to pull in. I don't think he's gonna tell me to turn around now. He told me to be patient before, so hopefully he realizes that I am patient. Alright. It's us.
Alright.
Finally.
Behind.
Ducks. They have us as ready as we can be. I see a couple of families, but the majority of everybody getting off are young people ready to party. Now it's time for us to get on.
Alright, promise.
She is like, no waiting at all.
Oh goodness.
But they're already closing the gate behind us. We're not even parked. Folegandros. Alright, so this will be interesting to turn around. Pame stand Folegandros. This high-speed ferry will make sure you get where you want to go when you need to get there, and that's the problem, is it ignores the weather. I also got these seats hoping that it would be more pleasant because we're closer to the center of the boat. We're not in the very front.
Ooh, it's definitely rockier up here.
Yeah.
Honestly, this has not been that rocky until we've gotten here.
It has to do a lot with the direction of the wave. This is as close as we've cut it.
Close calls.
Πάμε πίσω δεν
Right.
Okay, we had people waiting on us, I think. And then from here, oh my god. All right. Oh my god. We are moving too. We're driving and we're still moving out here, and they're rushing us off. This is how fast it happens. That was as chaotic of an exit as we've had. It's weird because they don't really let you down in time, yet we got down here and the people were already in cars. So every company's a little bit different. Seajets, I think, operates on a much faster basis. We're basically going to drive off literally as it arrives. I know, Pame, but that guy literally ran in front of me. Oh my god.
gosh.
They are literally running you off. Oh.
They don't got time for nothing.
Hey, guess what?
We're here.
We made it to Folegandros. This island is the island we really wanted to come to. It was our destination. This island has been on the top of our list for 2 years, and we are arriving.
Yeah, Folegandros. Woo!
We carved out a whole week to disappear into the secluded paradise, which is Folegandros. And oh man, are we glad we did. We rubbed soldiers with some unforgettable locals, like our friend Poli, the island's unofficial tour guide extraordinaire. Then there's Ben, a Greek American who moved to his family's island and became a farmer, which helps chic restaurants serve up farm-to-table magic. Oh, and let's not forget about Andreas. He serenades the town nightly outside of his one-of-a-kind store. We fell head over heels for the stunning vistas and quaint charm of this hidden gem. Stay tuned for this episode of Becoming Greek, where we share why this is our new favorite island getaway for couples. So now we're headed to catch the ferry to Milos, which is the first place on this trip that I have been.
Hey.
I don't know exactly where we're supposed to be going. I can't see much. Here we go.
You have another boat now.
Okay, okay, I thought it stopped.
Okay, so the Seajet is pulling in. Rett is still not back at the car yet, so I am assuming his droning is...
Look, here he is. Run, Rett, run!
I was fighting the wind. It was a lot harder to get back than I thought.
But you did it. Oh man, look at that.
It just went slower than I thought. So, you know, at the end of the day, I got a better shot than I thought, but I cut a little closer than I wanted to. Pame, let's go. I thought they were going to let these people off before we got on.
Nope.
They're Milos.
Do you hear you?
I don't know if they care. All right, so they haven't asked me where I'm going. A little bit worried.
Let's ask him.
Pame si Milos, man.
Milos.
Yeah. I had a feeling nobody asked me. Did you see that?
Yeah, totally.
Well, where am I going?
I don't know.
Bono? Yes. So they're in such a hurry, they just assume we're going back to Milos.
What, please?
Okay, wait here. Okay.
What a nice gentleman.
If we had been gridlocked in here,
Oh, we would have been screwed.
if you're not sure, always ask. And we're already leaving. So these might be our seats.
It might be our seats.
Thank you. And see enough from Milos, okay?
Okay, just leave it here.
Here.
Look at that parking space.
These guys don't mess around. This is probably our rockiest yet. And now we're arriving at Milos with a lot of people.
It is so cool seeing how these ferries do this.
This is my 4th time at Milos. Katina's 3rd. My first trip ever to Greece, we came to Milos. There are a ton more cars on this island than there used to be.
Welcome home.
Finally, we find ourselves back on Milos again. Not that we're complaining. It was one of 2 routes back to Crete, and dodging the summer swarm of Santorini was a no-brainer. Plus, there's something comforting about wrapping up our journey on familiar shores, and where we've made some friends along the way. We've already shared Milos' unrivaled beaches in our episode of Becoming Greek, and let me tell you, they never lose their magic. We're standing in front of one of the most iconic beaches in all of Greece in Syros, and we only have one more stop.
Home. It's really cool that we were able to do this in a car.
Today is a little bit interesting because it was super windy yesterday. All of the ferries got canceled, which is rare in the summer to happen, but there are rules in place if it's so high.
Yesterday, we were so concerned whether or not this ferry was even going to run, to the point that we were like, do we need to switch ferries? Do we keep this ferry? And I think we made a good choice.
So the ferry is running today. We got a text from the ferry company, which is nice, saying that it's running about an hour and a half behind. Our other option was to take a different ferry to Crete that would have left here at 1 a.m., gotten in at 6 a.m. and then we would have been 2 hours away from home. And now we're actually gonna be 10 minutes away. It's
Which is very
easy.
nice. Who knows how bumpy this boat will be? So everyone cross your fingers, cross your toes.
It's been 6 weeks on 8 different islands.
Man, after 6 weeks on the road, as much as I love traveling Greece, I cannot wait to be in Sweet Home Crete.
It's made me realize that I think we moved to the right place for us. Pame στην Crete. There's a ferry coming in right before ours, but we only have 15 minutes until ours is supposed to leave. At least we'll see what comes in first. All right, there's one, and that's us coming in. Oh, and as they have one loading, we're getting on.
Organized chaos.
Organized chaos. See, they're already waving us forward.
Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh. For me, I feel a little more at ease doing some of the slower ferries because they are more reliable. Oh, it's because you might be overcharged. They tell you that you can't have too much charge. So I don't know what just happened with that Tesla, but I wonder.
Gracias.
Gracias. Okay.
Okay.
I think we are good.
Even though we had an amazing time, I'm just looking forward to being home.
It's interesting that the ferries are different even when they're run by the same company. So this is the Seajet. We've been on many different Seajets and none of them look exactly the same.
And I will say this, I've been surprised with how pleasant the rides have been.
If we made sure to sit towards the back of the ship, that usually means a smoother journey on your days where there are a lot of waves.
I feel like your experience with filming on cruise ships has helped you know a little bit more about where on the boat is going to be best for rough days.
Yeah, I do live on ships, it seems. But the smaller the vessel, the more rocky it gets. Here we are. We see Crete out the window.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
And-
It's like I could hear the lyra from here.
And we're only a 10-minute drive away.
You know, something I also thought about is in all of our years that we have done like islands and travel in Greece, we've always had an 11 or plus hour flight. This is the first time we're just able to drive off this ferry and relax after a very busy 6 weeks.
Quite a line. All right. Last ride. Pame, pame, pame. Driving off the ship. And we are in Crete.
We're home.
We're home and ferries work.
It was a really cool experience to do a road trip through the islands using ferries.
It was a little intimidating when I started booking things, and that's what I wanted to show. As an American, you don't really know how the ferry system works.
And while traveling to so many amazing places and meeting so many awesome people has been a great adventure, it feels really good to be back home.
Yeah, I need a nap or to sleep for like 5 days. But next time I book a ferry, I'm not going to worry about it because I know that things are going to be okay.
Every little thing is gonna be okay.
Do you want to say anything at the end? Or is
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, tip the boat over.
The reason that we did this trip was to be able to travel more budget to more places so that we could capture more episodes of Becoming Greek. Look out for the short films that I'm about to go start editing as soon as I sleep for a few days.
Cut! Don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, tip the boat over. Rock the boat.